Today, I'm going to talk to you about the prostitution of children. Every 30 seconds, somewhere in the world, a child is sold. Almost 2 million children are exploited every year in the global sex commercial trade. That's girls and boys our age being exploited every year. That's half of all the 10 to 19-year-olds in Canada. Sadly, some children are as young as 10 years old. 10-year-old should be in grade 5 in our junior school, not being forced into prostitution and sex trafficking. This is me, August 3rd, 2010. Aren't I cute? I was very fortunate in having a caring family that looked out for me. But I know that out there are kids the same age as me, in this picture, that have it much, much worse. This is Hasha. She is a prostitute. In the photo, she is applying her makeup in preparation for customers at the Kandabara brothel in Chanjal, a northeastern city in Bangladesh. Who here is 17? Please raise your hand. That's something that you and Hasha have in common. When a child is first forced into a brothel, their name is typically replaced with a number, further stripping them of their humanity. Also, children brothels will sometimes put a menu for people to look at, complete with pictures and prices, as if the children were a piece of meat. I know some of us have strong feelings about our virginity, and we luckily have the choice of when we wish to lose it. But a child's first time is so highly valued, virgins can cost up to $200. But as soon as they're used, they can be easily sold, because virginity is a commodity. Kolab is a sex trafficking survivor from Cambodia. This is a picture of Cambodia's red light district. I'd show you a picture of Kolab, but honestly, they make me sick to look at. She was forced to sleep with as many as 50 people a day. Any money she earned because of all that would go to the person who owned her. And if she didn't get a certain amount, they'd beat her. They'd whip her until she fainted, and they'd keep going. Now, some of you may be thinking this isn't that big of a deal. It doesn't affect that many people, but it does. Now put your hands up if you think it's only girls who are affected. It is mainly girls, but 20% of all those who are forced into that horrible situation are young men. You may be thinking, this isn't right. This isn't fair. Human beings should not be treated like this. And you're right, and others agree with you, like the United Nations. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was made so all people would have the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom from fear, and freedom from want. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights has 30 articles. Article 3, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Article 4, no one shall be subjected to slavery or servitude. Slavery and slave trade shall be prohibited in all of their forms. Article 5, no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. There are even children's rights. Children have the right to protection from abuse, exploitation, and harmful substances. Okay, so I totally understand how depressing all this is. I know. But we can make a difference. We can. Number 1, make educating children a must in all countries. When a child has an education, they have more say in what they want to do with their lives. Stopping poverty, stopping that cycle of having their parents or family members force them to do this so they can have food, because they have nowhere else to go and they need to eat. Number 2, educating transportation service members. That's how a lot of this stuff happens. A kid can be in Cambodia, but she can be flown all the way to Peru because someone there wants to use her. Educating the transportation system will stop a lot of this from happening. And number 3, visiting www.ecpat.net. ECPAT is an NGO that is helping to rescue these kids and giving them a better life. About 15 children have been sold during this presentation. That is way too many. Even this dog agrees, because it's sad. Thank you for listening.
The information shared, actually, is there any question from any member of the audience? You now have an expert in your midst on this topic. You have 2 experts. You have an expert on diabetes. You have an expert on trafficking and child prostitution. You'll see over the next weeks or so, lots of presentations going on being made visible. Our challenge to you is that when I said this project for the grade 10 students, I said they had to try and get 100 people to actually know something about it. You've learned about 2 different topics. Please pass the word on. Look at these NGOs, actually take the time to think about what's happening outside our doors here. Thank you, Tesla. That was a wonderful presentation, and we really learned so much from you. Thank you again.